What is it that makes you feel like a kid? There's always something, sometimes you can go into a furniture store and see a vintage fridge and it brings you back to 1977. Of course, cars always do that. We're in the process of putting together a sort of a memorabilia series, which makes you look back at growing up through different years. And I have to admit, I really enjoyed doing this. But I recently talked to John Lodge again. I talked to him a few years ago, Justin Hayward last year, and we talked about being on stage and the effect it had on them. And I asked them both if they still felt in contact with that kid that made them get into music in the first place on Rock History Music. Is the young kid that wanted to be a musician, I get a feeling he's still living in you, alive and well, and having fun up there.
Yeah, I really am. I play every day. I've just been speaking to Alan Hewitt, my musical guy, this morning, discussing the concert tour. Yeah, I love it. Since I got hooked on rock and roll music when I was 13, it stayed with me all the while. I play music non-stop all day. I just love it, and it's exciting.
I just moved across the country again. I moved out east and I came back out west for family reasons, or it happens. And I was going through old journals and I was reconnecting with that young, 15-year-old that I was. Can you still, when you, in your mind's eye, can you still connect with that kid that was given those 78s from your grandfather? Do you still know that kid? Do you still connect with him? Your younger self?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Well, I've spent most of my life contemplating a ghost of myself, really, and because that's what people that's what most people are interested in, and that particular person, and so I keep having to think about. I keep having to think about a few years in my life that people are interested in. So that's okay, but I still connect. Yes, I do. I've almost come full circle, really, in that I hear a piece of music now, and I listen to. I hear a few words of it, and I think, oh, I've got to get that. Or I listen to classic FM a lot, and I hear a piece of music and identify it, and then I'm buying it, like I did at 45. And I'm kind of back to that. So if that means reconnecting with my youth, then I'm guilty, Your Honor.
What would you tell him now, knowing what you know, that 13-year-old?
I've had an incredible ride, and I'm still having an incredible ride. And I think when you're 13, the people say, "What was your dream?" I didn't have a dream. I just wanted to do what I was doing on the guitar.
Yeah.
And everything else happened after that. People say, "Oh, you must have wanted to go play the Albert Hall at Madison Square." Those things happened on their own. Other people played there. I didn't play there. But when the opportunity came, we played there.
When you left home, what was in your record collection around that time? I'm always curious.
Same record collection. I've still got them. I've got a Wurlitzer 1945 78 jukebox at my home that works perfectly. And on there is Peggy Sue, That With a Day, Sweet Little 16, All Are Shaking, Lucille, Good Golly Miss Molly, You Got the Pretenders. It's all on there. That was my record collection, which I took, and albums, of course. Buddy Holly album, the Chirpy Crickets album, Gene Vincent album, Little Richard album. That's with all the, yeah.
No, I
I've still
appreciate.
got the.
Did your parents get you getting into music? Did they understand and support you?
Yeah, they didn't understand what I was doing, but
Did they live to see your success?
yeah, very much so, very much so. My mom was still coming to see me when she was 90 years of age. So brilliant. What they're going to say? Yeah, no, they were very proud. Very proud, and I think it opened up a lot of doors for them as well in their older age. People would talk to them and say, "How's Johnny doing?" All this, and they're really. We saw Johnny on the television last week, and my mum would be proud, and my dad would be proud.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
Remember, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have you on board. And keep in mind, we have a Patreon. You can get early access to our videos. You can make a donation via PayPal, but subscribe, like our videos, comment on them, and like them. I'm John Bowden. This is Rock History Music. Take care of yourself.